Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. Pour water into a pot. Add 1/2 tablespoon of salt and stir well. Bring it to a boil. Once the water begins to boil, add 9 ounces or 250 grams of pasta. Stir it gently so the pieces separate. Cook it until al dente, soft but still pleasantly firm. Now pour in a little olive oil into a frying pan. Add about 1/4 stick or 30 grams of butter and let it melt slowly. The combination of butter and olive oil gives both flavor and balance. Butter brings richness, while olive oil adds healthy fats that support heart health. Friends, I always enjoy knowing where you're from. Please share your city and country, and if you're in the US, let me know your state. While the butter melts, finely grate 3 cloves of garlic on a mini grater. As the garlic touches the pan, that unmistakable aroma rises immediately. The kind of smell that used to drift through the house and make everyone ask, "Is dinner ready yet?" Thank you for being with us, dear subscribers. You can now support our channel by becoming a sponsor and enjoy early access to new videos. We truly appreciate your support. Add the garlic to the pan and stir gently so it releases its flavor without burning. If you have any questions about the recipe, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments and I'll reply as soon as I can. Now add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Stir slowly and watch how the color deepens as it warms in the butter. Tomato paste is naturally rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that supports heart health and gives the dish its deep, comforting flavor. Add 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix again, letting the tomato paste fry lightly for a moment, so its sweetness begins to open. Meanwhile, crack 4 eggs into a bowl. Eggs are one of the most nourishing ingredients we have, rich in protein, vitamins, and natural energy that keeps the body strong throughout the day. Finely chop a small bunch of fresh parsley. That bright green color instantly lifts the dish, and parsley is packed with vitamins A and C that support immunity and digestion. More than that, the sight of those fresh herbs always reminds me of the final step before dinner was served. Someone sprinkling a handful of green over the dish just before everyone sat down together. Now check the pasta. Before draining, take a small cup of pasta water from the pot. Drain the pasta. Add a little of the reserved pasta water to the pan with the garlic and tomato base and stir. Friends, if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more recipes like this. Then add the pasta straight into the pan. Add the eggs. Add the chopped parsley. Stir everything gently but thoroughly. The heat slowly thickens the eggs, turning them into a creamy coating that wraps around every piece of pasta. Cover the pan with a lid and cook on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes. During this time, the flavors settle together, creating a dish that feels simple but deeply comforting. The kind of food that warms the kitchen and the people sitting around the table. Now let's prepare the patties. Place 1 pound or 450 grams of ground chicken into a bowl. Finely grate 1 white onion. As it softens on the grater, its sharp aroma appears for a moment before turning sweet once cooked. Onions are rich in antioxidants and natural compounds that support the immune system, turning a humble ingredient into something quietly beneficial. Add the onion to the chicken. On a mini grater, grate 2 cloves of garlic. Garlic has long been known for supporting heart health and strengthening immunity. Add it to the bowl. In a separate bowl, combine 1/3 cup, or 70 milliliters, of milk, 1½ to 2 ounces, or 40 to 50 grams, of breadcrumbs. Leave them for 5 to 7 minutes so the breadcrumbs absorb the milk and soften. This small step makes a big difference, keeping the patties juicy and tender instead of dense. Add the soaked breadcrumbs to the chicken mixture. Add 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of sour cream. Season with 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Finely chop another small bunch of parsley. Add it to the bowl. Now mix everything with your hands until the mixture becomes smooth and evenly combined. Mixing by hand always feels like the most honest part of cooking. The same simple technique used for generations in family kitchens. Then heat a frying pan and pour in a little olive oil. Add about 1/4 stick, or 30 grams, of butter and let it melt slowly. Form small patties about 3/4 inch or 2 centimeters thick. Shaping them by hand always brings back those quiet childhood moments in the kitchen. Standing beside the table, helping form little patties while dinner slowly came together. Place them into the pan in a single layer. Cook 4 to 5 minutes on one side until a beautiful golden crust forms. Turn them carefully and cook another 4 to 5 minutes on the other side. Then reduce the heat, cover with a lid, and cook 5 to 7 minutes more until the patties are fully cooked and tender. Meanwhile, grate about 2 ounces or 50 grams of Parmesan cheese. Parmesan is rich in calcium and protein, and just a small amount adds that deep savory flavor that makes pasta unforgettable. Now, carefully transfer the pasta onto a plate. Sprinkle the Parmesan generously over the top. The warmth melts the cheese slightly, creating that perfect finishing layer. Cut the pasta into portions. Place a slice onto the plate. Next, remove the patties from the heat. And place a couple beside the pasta. Let's try it. The pasta is creamy and comforting, the garlic and tomato bringing deep flavor, while the patties are tender and juicy. Everything comes together into a meal that feels warm, balanced, and deeply satisfying. The kind of food that quietly brings everyone to the table. I really hope this meal fills your home with the same happiness and comfort it brings to mine. Thank you for cooking with me today. But don't go just yet. There's another cozy and tasty recipe I'd love to share with you. To begin, crack 2 eggs into a deep bowl. Whisk them thoroughly. Doing this first ensures the yolks and whites are perfectly blended for our mixture. It sets the stage for a rich and cohesive dough that holds everything together. Next, cut 2 potatoes into large chunks. There is no need for precision here. Rough, rustic chunks are exactly what we want. They cook through evenly and are perfect for the mash we are making.
Friends, it warms my heart to see where you're from. Share your country and city, and if you have any questions about the recipes, leave them in the comments, and I'll respond.
Transfer the potatoes into a pot. Cover with water until they are fully submerged. Add 1 teaspoon of salt to the water. Cover with a lid. Boil the potatoes until they are soft. Once cooked, check for doneness with a knife or fork. Drain the water completely. Now, mash the potatoes into a puree. Take your time to work out all the lumps. The steam rising from the bowl warms up the whole kitchen, signaling that comfort food is on the way. It is so satisfying to watch the potatoes turn into a soft, fluffy cloud. Pour about 7 fluid ounces or 200 milliliters of milk into the potato puree. Pour in the eggs we prepared earlier. Mix until everything is smooth.
If you liked the video, feel free to give a like.
Now let's finish the dough. Add 4 tablespoons of flour to the mixture. Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Mix everything together. This helps the base rise slightly, giving it a lighter crumb rather than being dense.
Friends, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more recipes.
Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Mix until the mass becomes completely uniform. This potato base will be the heart of our delicious dish. Then add olive oil to a baking dish lined with parchment paper. Spread it evenly using a brush. Pour the potato dough into the dish. Smooth it out to create a flat, even layer. Next, let's prepare the filling. Heat some olive oil in a pan. Finely chop 1 red onion. I love the vibrant color of red onions. They add a pop of brightness even before they hit the pan. Chopping them always takes me back to my grandmother's kitchen, where every meal started with this simple, rhythmic task. Fry it gently. The onion adds a lovely sweetness as it caramelizes. Now, mince 2 cloves of garlic. Fresh garlic is a must for that intense flavor. Just a couple of cloves can transform the entire dish. Add it to the onion and fry until fragrant. Then, cut 1 chicken breast into cubes. Keep the pieces bite-sized so they cook quickly and evenly. Chicken is such a versatile protein that everyone in the family enjoys. Add it to the onion. Fry until the chicken is fully cooked. The savory scent of chicken and garlic cooking together is simply irresistible. Now, let's add the vegetables. Grate 1 carrot. Carrots bring a natural sweetness and a lovely orange hue. It is a great way to sneak some extra vitamins into the meal. Add it to the pan and fry for a couple of minutes. Then slice 3 mushrooms. Don't slice them too thin. We want to keep some texture. Mushrooms provide a wonderful earthy flavor that grounds the dish. Their scent always reminds me of crisp autumn walks in the forest, bringing that fresh outdoor feeling right into our home. Add them to the pan. Fry until they soften. Dice 1 red bell pepper into cubes. This adds a fresh crunch that balances the soft filling. It creates a beautiful contrast. Plus, red peppers are packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, making this meal as nourishing as it is delicious. Add it to the other vegetables and fry briefly. Next, dice 1 yellow bell pepper into cubes. Yellow peppers are slightly milder and look like little rays of sunshine in the pan. The more colors we add, the more festive the dish looks. Fry along with the rest. These bright peppers add such a cheerful splash of color to the filling. Finely chop a small bunch of parsley. Fresh herbs really lift the flavor of the heavy ingredients. The scent of chopped parsley is pure freshness. Add it to the pan. Mix everything well. Next, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika. Mix and cook for a few more minutes to let the flavors marry. Remove the pan from the heat. Now, spread the prepared chicken and vegetable filling over the potato base. Ensure it covers the surface evenly, so every bite is packed with flavor. Grate 7 ounces or 200 grams of Emmental cheese. Emmental has that classic nutty taste that pairs perfectly with chicken. It melts into those iconic stretchy strands that we all love. Sprinkle it generously on top. Place the dish in a preheated oven. Bake at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. While it bakes, the cheese will melt into a golden, bubbly crust. Finally, let's make a sauce. In a small bowl, mix 4 tablespoons of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. Grate 1 clove of garlic on a mini grater. Using raw garlic here gives the sauce a zest that cuts through the richness. It creates a bold flavor profile. Add it to the bowl. Next, cut a small bunch of parsley. The green speckles make the white sauce look so appetizing. It adds a final touch of garden freshness. add it to the bowl. Add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper. Mix until smooth and creamy. Now, the dish is finally ready. Remove our potato pizza from the oven. The smell is absolutely amazing. Cut a slice and place it on a plate. Add a spoonful of sauce. Just look at that golden crust and the colorful, juicy filling. It is a hearty, nourishing meal that brings the whole family together, and the creamy sauce complements the savory chicken perfectly. I really hope this meal fills your home with the same happiness and comfort it brings to mine. Thank you for cooking with me today.